Right. So in the previous class, I have discussed the assignment problem. So assignment problem is over. So we have completed 2 units, first 2 units of the syllabus. Now today I will start third unit. So in third unit we have two topics: game theory and sequencing problems. First we consider game theory. So what is a game? Okay, so we know what is game. For example, head and tail game. In head and tail, generally two players participate. So for each player, what are the options to select head and tail? So head and tail are options to select both the players to participate in the game. So after playing the game, there is some output that is called as value of the game. So one player wins and other player losses. Okay, so that is general terminology already we have known in games. Okay, right. So technically, mathematically, what is game? Game is context involving two or more competitors, each of whom wants to win. Okay, so game means context or competition involving between two persons or two countries or two participants or two competitors, each of which try to win the game. So that is general meaning of game. Okay, so theory of games provides a series of mathematical models that may be useful in decision making. Such models provide an opportunity to a competitor to evaluate his personal course of action in the game. Okay, so theory of game provides some mathematical models. That model can help in selecting the choices of the players. The models also provide the competitors possible choices in order to win the game. So that is game and game theory. We have some terminologies used in the game theory. First one, players. We know what is meaning of players. Players means participants. There are two or more players in a game. In some games, there are only two players. In some games, there may be more than two players. The players may be any two companies competing for tenders, two countries bidding in third country, etc. So these are the examples for players. If only two players involved in a game, then the game is called two-person game. If there are only two players involved in a game, that game is called as two-person game. Suppose there are three players involved, that game is called as three-person game. Okay. So now in our syllabus, we consider only game involving two players only. That is two-person game. So that is the meaning of player. Next, strategy. Strategy means course of action taken by players. That is possible options taken by each player. So strategy, course of action taken by a player. For example, in head and tail game, there are two possibilities, that is head and tail. So that head and tail are strategies. Okay. So strategy can be classified as two types. There are two types of strategies. First one, pure strategy. That means player selects a particular strategy with a probability of 1 by ignoring his remaining strategies. If a player selects only one particular choice or strategy by ignoring his remaining choices or remaining strategies, then that particular strategy is called as pure strategy. Okay. So here the main aim of game theory is to find probabilities of selection of strategies for players. Okay. So that is the main aim of the game theory, to find probabilities of selection of strategies by players. Okay. So pure strategy means player selects only one strategy by ignoring his remaining strategies. So by selecting only one strategy by ignoring other strategies means the probability of selection of that particular strategy is 1 and the probabilities of remaining strategies is 0. Okay. So we know the property of probability. So what is the property of probability, the probability should lies between 0 and 1, and sum of total probabilities is 1. Okay, so by selecting only one strategy means the probability of selection of that particular strategy is 1, and the probabilities of remaining strategies is 0, since ignoring the remaining strategies. Okay, so pure strategy means player selects only one strategy with the probability 1 by ignoring his remaining strategies. That is pure strategy. And another one is mixed strategy. Mixed strategy means player selects more than one strategy with some fixed probability. Player selects more than one strategy with some fixed probability. Okay, so if player selects more than one strategy, in that case, the strategies are called as mixed strategy, or the player follow mixed strategies. Okay, so pure strategy means selecting only one strategy. Mixed strategy means selecting more than one strategy with some fixed probabilities. Okay, so these are the two types of strategies selected by players. Okay, so these will be given in 1 mark questions. What is strategy? What is pure strategy? What is mixed strategy? What is the difference between pure strategy and mixed strategy? Like that. Okay. Next, payoff matrix. So corresponding to each combination of strategy of both players, there should be some output that is called as payoff. So each combination of the strategy of player A and player B is associated with a value Aij. Okay, so each combination of strategy of player A and player B associated with an output that is called as payoff. So generally that is denoted by Aij. Okay, so here we consider only the players involving, we consider the games involving only two players. Okay, so by default player A and player B. Okay, so for each combination of strategy of player A and player B gives an output that is payoff, that is denoted by Aij. So here we have two suffixes, I, first suffix I, second suffix j. First suffix I refer to player A. Second suffix refer to player B. That means Aij means if player A select strategy I, ith strategy, and player B select jth strategy, then the corresponding output is Aij. So that is the meaning of this notation. Okay, so here we have two suffixes. First suffix represent strategy of player A. Second suffix represent strategy of player B. You have to keep in mind this point. Okay, right. So here we have two possibilities. Aij may be positive or negative. If Aij is positive, then it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. Okay, if this payoff is positive, it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. Okay, so you have to keep in mind this point also. If payoff is positive value, that it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. Otherwise, similar. Otherwise, if Aij is negative, then it represents opposite case. That is, it represents loss for player A and gain for player B. If payoff is negative, then it represents loss for player A and gain for player B. So these are the two notations, default notations we use. If Aij is 0, there is no gain, there is no loss for both players. Okay, so this is the meaning of these payoffs. Okay, so in problems we will be given payoff matrix. In that matrix, if a particular payoff is positive, then it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. If a payoff is negative, then it represents loss for player A and gain for player B. So that is the meaning of this payoff. Okay, so the payoff matrix can be taken as like this. This is payoff matrix. So there are m rows and n columns. That is A11, A12, and so on, A1n. That is n columns. Okay. Similarly, A11, A21, and so on, AM1, m rows. That means generally player A is, that is the strategies of player A are in rows. The strategies of player B are in columns. Okay. So player A has m strategies. Player A has m strategies. Player B has n strategies. Okay. So that is the meaning of this matrix. So there are m rows. That means player A has m strategies. There are n columns. That means player B has n columns. Okay. So in the payoff matrix, rows represent strategies of player A. Columns represent strategies of player B. That is the notation. That is the default notation. Okay. So always the matrix will be given with respect to player A. The payoff matrix is always with respect to player A. That means if the particular entry is positive, that entry represents gain for player A and loss for player B. If a particular entry is negative, it represents loss for player A and gain for player B. Okay. So we take the payoff matrix always with respect to player A. And rows represent strategies of player A and columns represent strategies of player B. So this is the default notation we use. Okay. So that is about payoff matrix. So here you will be given in one more questions. If payoff is positive, then what it represents? So it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. If payoff is negative, then what it represents? It represents loss for player A and gain for player B. So you will be in one more questions. Okay. So that is about payoff and payoff matrix. Okay. Next. So we have two principles here. First one is max-min principle. Max-min principle. So this principle corresponding to player A. This principle corresponding to player A. So what does it mean? Max-min principle. Player A tries to maximize, maxi means to maximize his minimum gains. So here we have two words, max and min. So this principle corresponding to player A. So maximin means the player A always try to maximize. Max means to maximize his minimum gains. To maximize his minimum gains. Okay. That is the meaning of this maximin principle. So this principle maximizes the minimum guaranteed gains of player A. Okay. So this is the nature of player A. So what is the nature of player A? The nature of player A is maximin nature. That means he tries to maximize his minimum guaranteed gains. Okay. So that is the meaning of this principle. How do we calculate this? First, we find minimum gains of player A with respect to each of his strategies. That means already I have told rows represent strategies of player A. Okay. So first strategy of player A means first row. So in first row, we identify minimum value. Okay. So that is minimum guaranteed gain with respect to first strategy of player A. Similarly, second row represent second strategy for player A. So in second row, we identify minimum value. That minimum value represent minimum guaranteed gain of player A with respect to his second strategy. Okay. So like that, we find minimum gain, that is row minima, with respect to each strategy of A, irrespective of strategies of player B. So here we don't bother about strategy of player B. Whatever the strategy of player B, that means whatever the column, we take row minima. We take row minima, that is minimum gain in each row. With respect to each strategy of A means in each row. Okay. So we identify row minima for each row. Then the maximum of these minimum gains is known as maximin value. The maximum of these minimum row values is called as maximin value of the gain. And the corresponding strategy is called as maximin strategy for player A. The corresponding row, that is the strategy corresponding to that row, is called as maximin strategy for player A. Okay, so this is maximin principle. Okay, so there are two principles corresponding to each player. First two corresponding to player A, the principle is maximin principle. So this is the nature of player A. So what does it mean? He tries to maximize his minimum gains. Okay, for that we find row minimas and take the maximum of these row minimas. That maximum of these row minimas is called as maximin value, and the corresponding strategy is called as maximin strategy. Okay, so that is the maximin principle. So here you will be given on one more questions. What is the nature of player A in game theory? What is the nature of player A in game theory? What is maximin principle? Okay, so this will be given in one more questions or multiple choice questions for online internal exams. Okay, so this is maximin principle. So this principle corresponding to player A. Okay, so player A is maximin player. That means he tries to maximize his minimum guaranteed gains. Okay, right. Next, another principle for player B, opposite to this principle, that is minimax principle. Minimax principle. So this principle corresponding to player B. So this principle corresponding to player B. So what is its meaning? Observe, here we have two terms, meaning, that means minimize, maximize. Okay, so this means this principle gives minimum of maximum losses. Okay, that means player B always try to minimize, minimize his maximum losses. So player B always try to minimize his maximum losses. Okay, so that is the meaning of this principle. Okay, so minimax principle corresponding to player B. See, this principle minimizes the maximum losses of player B. Okay, so player B means the strategy of player B are in column wise. Okay, so first strategy of player B means first column. In first column, identify the maximum loss for player B, irrespective of the strategies of player A. Okay, so in first column, that is corresponding to first strategy of player B, identify maximum loss. That means maximum value. Then take minimum of those maximum losses. That is called as minimax value. So identify the maximum loss, that is column max, with respect to each strategy of B, irrespective of strategies of player A. So in finding this value, we don't bother about the strategy of player A. Corresponding to each strategy of player B, we take column maximum, that is maximum loss for each strategy of player B. Okay, so remember the payoff matrix is with respect to player A. Okay, so the entries represent gain for player A and loss for player B. If positive entry, then it represents gain for A and loss for B. If it is negative entry, it represents loss for player A and gain for player B. Okay, so in column wise, we take the maximum value. So the minimum of these maximum values is called as minimax value. So the minimum of these maximum losses is known as minimax value of the gain. And the corresponding strategy is called as the minimax strategy for player B. The corresponding column, that is the corresponding strategy, of player B is called as minimax strategy of player B. Okay. So this is second principle, minimax principle. So we have two principles, maximin principle and minimax principle. Maximin principle corresponding to player A, minimax principle corresponding to player B. What is maximin principle? Player A tries to maximize his minimum losses. What is the minimax principle? Player B tries to minimize his maximum losses. Okay, so that is the meaning of these two principles. Okay, next, saddle point. Saddle point. If maximin value is equal to minimax value, then the game is said to have a saddle point. If maximin value is equal to minimax value, then the game is said to have saddle point. Okay. If these two values are not equal, then the game has no saddle point. So if the game has saddle point, what does? So the common point corresponding to these values is known as saddle point. Okay. So maximin value occur in rows, minimax value occur in columns. So the intersection entry, this is called as saddle point of the game, and the corresponding value is called as value of the game. Okay. Right. If the game has a saddle point, then each player has pure strategy. If the game has saddle point, then each player has a pure strategy. That means the strategy corresponding to player A, that means player A select the strategy corresponding to this intersection point, that is maximin value, and the strategy for player B is the corresponding strategy in this column. Okay, so this is, so player A select only this strategy and player B select only this strategy by ignoring their other strategies. That means players follow pure strategy. That means each player has pure strategy. Okay, so if a game has saddle point, then the players follow pure strategy. Okay, if the game has no saddle point, then the players follow mixed strategies. Okay, so if maximin value not equal minimax, then the game has no saddle point. In that case, the players follow mixed strategies. That means players select more than one strategy with some probabilities. Okay. Next, value of the game. The expected payoff at the end of the game when each player uses his optimal strategy. Okay, the expected payoff at the end of game when each player uses his optimal strategy. That is value of the game. So if the game has a saddle point, then the value of the cell at the saddle point is the value of the game. Okay, so this entry, this value is called as value of the game if the game has saddle point. Okay, if the game has no saddle point, there is another methods to find value of the game. Okay, so if the game has saddle point, then the value of the cell at the saddle point is called value of the game. If the game has no saddle point, then the players follow mixed strategies. Okay. Now, what is the relation between the three values? Maximin value, this is maximin value, and minimax value, and value of the game. So, what is the relation between these three values? Okay. So, this is the relation between these three values. Maximin less than or equal, value of the game less than or equal, minimax. Okay. So value of the game lies between maximin value and minimax value. So maximin less than or equal, value of the game less than or equal, minimax. Okay. So that is the relation between these three values. So you will be given in 1 mark questions. Okay. Next, two-person zero-sum game. Two-person zero-sum game. A game with two players or two persons in which one player's gain is equal to loss of other player, so that their sum is zero. Okay, so sum of gain of one player and loss of another player is zero, then that game is called as two-person zero-sum game. Two-person means two players involved. Zero-sum means sum of gain of one player and loss of another player is zero. Okay, so that means one player's gain is equal to loss of other player. Then that game is called as two-person zero-sum game. Okay. So this is about game theory introduction. Write this problem. Two forms A and B are competing for the market share. Each firm has three promotional strategies. The payoff matrix describes the increase in the market share of firm A and decrease in the market share of firm B. Determine optimal strategies for each firm. Okay. So firm A has three options: no promotion, that is no advertisement; moderate promotion, moderate advertisement; much promotion, much advertisement. Player, that is firm B, also has the same three strategies: no promotion, moderate promotion, much promotion. So these are the market share increment for firm A and decrement for firm B. Okay, for example, consider this entry. If firm A select no promotion, firm B select no promotion, then the payoff is 5. It is positive. This is positive. That means firm A gain 5. That is the market share of firm A increase 5%, for example. Okay, and the market share of firm B decrease 5%. Since it is positive, it represents gain for player A and loss for player B. So that is the meaning of this entry. Okay, if you consider this entry, minus 10. Minus 10. That means firm A select no promotion and firm B select much promotion. Much promotion. That means more advertisement firm B, no advertisement for A. Then the payoff is minus 10. Since it represents negative value, so that represents loss for firm A and gain for firm B. That means in terms of this problem, the market share of firm A decreased by 10% and market share of firm B is increased by 10%. So that is the meaning of this minus 10. Okay. Suppose, for example, this 0. That means if firm A select no promotion and firm B select moderate promotion, then there is no change in the market share value for both firms. So 0 means no gain, no loss. Okay. So that is the meaning of these entries. Okay. So now we have to select which strategy is opted for firm A and opted for firm B. So that means we have to find optimal strategies for both firms. Okay. So no promotion, moderate promotion, much promotion. These are strategies. 3 strategies for player A. Similarly, same strategies for player B. Okay, right. So first we find whether the game has saddle point or not. First step in solving a game is check whether the game has saddle point or not. Okay, so for that we find maximin value and minimax value. So what is the maximin value? Maximum of row minimas. That means player A tries to maximize his minimum gains. Okay, so for that we find row minimas here. Find row minimas here. First row minima minus 10. Second row minima 2. Third row minima 10. So these are row minimas. Okay, so that means these are minimum guaranteed gains of player A, that is firm A. So among these minimum values, take maximum value. So maximin equal maximum of these three minimum values. So maximum of minus 10 to 10. So maximum is 10. Okay, so that is this. This is maximin value. So this is maximin value. And maximin strategy for player A is much promotion. Maximin strategy for player A is much promotion. Okay, right. Next, find minimax value. So minimax principle for player B, that is firm B. What is minimax? Player B tries to minimize his maximum losses. Okay, so that means we find column maximas. Right here, column maximas. Okay, so first column maxima 20. First column maxima 20, second column maxima 15, third column maxima 10. Okay, so these are column maximas. That means maximum losses corresponding to each strategy of for B. Now minimax is minimum of these maximum losses. So minimax equal to minimum of these maximum values 20, 15, 10. So minimum is 10. So 10, this is minimum value. So this is minimax value. This is minimax value. So minimax strategy for player B is also same, much promotion. Minimax value, that is minimax strategy for player B is same, the corresponding strategy, much promotion. Okay, so observe maximin value is minimax value. So maximin value is called minimax value. So game has saddle point. Game has saddle point. So firms follow pure strategy. So if the game has saddle point, then the players follow pure strategies. Okay, so here players, firms. Okay, so firms follow pure strategy. Okay, right. What is the pure strategy of firm A? The strategy corresponding to this saddle point. What is saddle point? This is the saddle point. This is saddle point. The strategy corresponding to that saddle point of player A, firm A, is optimal strategy. Okay, so optimal strategy for both firms is much promotion. Since for first firm A, optimal strategy is much promotion. For firm B also, the optimal strategy is much promotion. Okay, so the optimal strategies for both firms is much promotion. Okay, so that means firm A select the strategy much promotion with probability 1 by ignoring first two, no promotion and moderate promotion. Similarly, firm B also select much promotion strategy with the probability 1 by ignoring other two strategies, that is no promotion and moderate promotion. Then the value of the game is this value. So value of the game equal 10. Okay, so here maximin equal, minimax equal value of the game. Okay, so this is value of the game. Okay. So what is the meaning of this solution? Okay, right. Suppose player firm A follow theory. Firm A follow theory. Firm B does not follow theory. Okay. So since firm A follow theory, firm A always select much promotion. Firm A always select much promotion by theory. Okay. So B does not follow theory. Suppose by random B select no promotion. By random B select the strategy no promotion. Okay, so and for A select the optimal strategy much promotion. Then what is the corresponding payoff? 20. What is the corresponding payoff? 20. Okay, so the value of the game is 20. Okay, since it is positive, it represents gain for firm A and loss for B. Okay, so that means actually if both players follow theory, what is the value of the game? 10. This is positive, so firm A gain 10, firm B loss 10. Okay, suppose player A follow theory and player B does not follow theory. By random, B selects first strategy, no promotion. Then the value of the game is 20. That means the gain of player A increased from 10 to 20. The gain of player A increased from 10 to 20, and the loss of player B increased from 10 to 20. Okay, if player B follow theory, the value of the game is 10. It is positive. That means it represents loss for player B. If player B does not follow theory, the loss increase 10 to 20. Okay. At the same time, the gain for player A also increase from 10 to 20. Okay. So if player A follow theory, if player B does not follow theory, then the gain of player A increase from 10 to 20 in this case. Okay. Next, second option. If player A follow theory, player B does not follow theory. Suppose by optional, B select moderate promotion. That means B select second strategy. Then what is value of the game? 15. So here also, the gain of player A increase from 10 to 15. Okay. By option, player B select third strategy. Then value of the game is 10. So there is no change in the gain of player A. Okay. So by observing these 3 points, if player A follow theory, player B does not follow theory, then the gain of player A increase above 10. Increase above 10. Okay. So in first case it is 20. In first case it is 20. In second case it is 15. Okay. So if player A follow theory, his gain always increase above 10. His gain always increase above 10. Okay. So that is one perception. And another perception. Suppose B follow theory and A does not follow theory. B follow theory and A does not follow theory. Okay. If B follow theory, B always select much promotion. If B follow theory, B always select much promotion. Okay, right. Suppose A does not follow theory. By random, A select first strategy, no promotion. Then what is value of the game? Minus 10. Value of the game is minus 10. So that means the loss of player B decreases from 10 to minus 10. By theory, the loss of player B is 10. If A does not follow theory, if B follow theory, then the loss of firm B decreased from 10 to minus 10. That means minus 10 means it become gain for player B. Okay, so here the loss decreased. If player B follow theory, player A does not follow theory. Okay, so this is one option. Second option. Suppose player A select second strategy, moderate promotion. Then the corresponding value of the game is 2. So here also the loss of player B reduced from 10 to 2. The loss of player B reduced from 10 to 2. Okay. Third option, the loss remained same. Okay. So by observing these 2 points, if player B follow theory, player A does not follow theory, then the loss of player B reduced below 10. In this case, it is minus 10. In this case, it is 2. Both are less than 10. Okay. So if player B follow theory, if player A does not follow theory, the loss of 10, the loss of player B is below 10. Okay. So according to this theory, player A always select much promotion to increase his gain above 10, and player B always select much promotion to decrease his loss below 10. Okay, so that is the meaning of this solution. If both players follow theory, the value of the game is 10. That is this. Okay. So in this problem, player A select much promotion with probability 1 by ignoring other two probabilities, other two strategies. Similarly, player B select much promotion always by ignoring other two strategies. And the value of the game is 10. So this is the solution of this game. Okay, so this is starting point to solve a game. First we check whether the game has saddle point or not. If the game has saddle point, then the players follow pure strategies to get the value of the game. Suppose the saddle point does not exist, that is maximum not equal minimax. We have to move to next method. Okay,